The murder of 6-year-old JonBenét Ramsey captivated the nation and put her family under the microscope.
One of her eyes was a little bit like droopy or something, and I thought that was weird.
How did you feel seeing her?
The murder of JonBenét Ramsey. It is one of the greatest unsolved crimes in history, a chilling incident that unfolded on Christmas night in 1996. The brutal murder of JonBenét Ramsey, a 6-year-old beauty queen, sent shockwaves across the nation, leaving investigators, the public, and her own family haunted by unanswered questions. Imagine a picture-perfect Christmas in Boulder, Colorado, a well-to-do family home adorned with festive decorations. Yet, this holiday season would forever be tainted by a chilling crime. Little girl vanishes from home Christmas night. Hours later, she's found strangled to death in her own home. Welcome back to Crime Mystic. Today, we turn our attention to a case that shook a nation, the unsolved murder of JonBenét Ramsey. But before we dive into this perplexing mystery, please subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. Now, let's unravel the enigma of JonBenét Ramsey's tragic end. Our story takes place in Boulder, Colorado, a city known for its affluence and tranquility in the late 1990s. The Ramsey family, consisting of John and Patsy Ramsey, and their 2 children, JonBenét and Burke, lived in an opulent home. JonBenét, a charming and talented young girl, had garnered fame in beauty pageants and was a well-known figure in the community. On December 26, 1996, a clear morning in Boulder, Colorado, the Ramsey family's idyllic Christmas took a horrifying turn. John Ramsey had planned to leave early for a trip to Michigan with his family when they discovered a chilling ransom note. The note demanded $118,000, eerily matching John's recent Christmas bonus. Panic set in as they realized their 6-year-old daughter, JonBenét, was missing from her room. This shocking crime catapulted the case into the national spotlight, with law enforcement navigating through various theories and suspects, including JonBenét's own family. Suspicion cast shadows over Patsy Ramsey, John Ramsey, and even JonBenét's brother Burke. However, no charges were ever filed against any family member. The investigation into JonBenét Ramsey's murder was one of the most complex and controversial cases in American criminal history. Almost immediately, it became apparent that the crime scene had been compromised. Officers who initially responded to the 911 call allowed family and friends into the house, potentially contaminating crucial evidence. One of the most perplexing elements of the case was the ransom note. The note, found on the back staircase of the Ramsey home, was unusually long, demanding a sum of $118,000 for JonBenét's safe return. Investigators noted that the language used in the note seemed odd and didn't fit the typical profile of a kidnapper. Moreover, the note appeared to have been written within the home, using materials found there, raising suspicions about its authenticity. The police initially focused their attention on the Ramsey family, including JonBenét's parents, John and Patsy, and her older brother Burke. The intense scrutiny stemmed from several factors, including the ransom note, which had been written on a notepad belonging to Patsy Ramsey. Additionally, there were questions about the Ramsey family's behavior after JonBenét's body was discovered. Some believe they appeared overly composed for parents who had just lost a child in such a horrific manner. The Boulder police allowed John Ramsey, at the suggestion of friends, to search the house for any signs of a break-in. He proceeded to the basement, where he discovered JonBenét's lifeless body. She had been strangled, and there were signs of sexual assault. The disturbing nature of the crime further fueled suspicions about potential family involvement. The investigation included interviews with the Ramseys, their friends, and house staff. They began with a search of the housekeeper's home, where police discovered potential evidence, including duct tape and cord, which seemed to link the parents, John and Patsy Ramsey, to the crime. However, as the investigation progressed, their alibis held up and handwriting analysis failed to implicate them. In May 1997, a grand jury was convened to investigate the case further. However, in October of the same year, the grand jury disbanded without issuing any indictments. This decision only deepened the mystery surrounding JonBenét's murder. Detectives were compelled to shift their focus towards other potential suspects, including a convicted sex offender who carried a photo of JonBenét in his wallet, as well as a Boulder journalist who had once written about John's company. Despite their scrutiny, none of these individuals were ultimately charged. Over the years, numerous theories and suspects emerged, ranging from the possibility of an intruder to allegations of family involvement. Some believe that an unknown assailant had broken into the Ramsey home and committed the crime, Others pointed to the unusual ransom note as evidence of an inside job. Intriguingly, advanced DNA analysis conducted years later revealed the presence of male DNA on JonBenét's clothing, which did not match any members of the Ramsey family. This discovery reignited the debate about who was responsible for her murder. Some argued that it was evidence of an intruder, while others believed it could have been the result of contamination over time. In 2006, there was renewed interest when John Mark Carr, a schoolteacher in Thailand, claimed responsibility for JonBenét's death but was later found not to be the killer. In 2008, new DNA evidence called touch DNA exonerated the Ramsey family. The court released grand jury records in 2013, revealing that jurors had voted to indict John and Patsy Ramsey, but the charges were not pursued. Despite extensive investigations, the question of who killed JonBenét Ramsey remains unanswered. The case remains open, with no conviction in her murder. It is unclear whether the killer walks free, whether the authorities fail to convict the guilty party, or whether the police have yet to find the true perpetrator. The case has generated countless theories, documentaries, and books, leaving her family and the community searching for answers and justice. Do you think the mystery of JonBenét Ramsey's murder will ever be solved? Who could have committed such a horrific crime? Please share your thoughts with us in the comments below. Until next time, stay safe and keep exploring the mysteries of the world with us here at Crime Mystic.